One. Hello everybody, Aether Salora here, welcoming another cosplayer to the actual cosplayer interview series. How are we doing today?
Good, how about you?
It could be better. So, as today, this is Boba Cosplay. Say hello everyone.
Hi everybody.
So, simple questions as I always ask other people, but I'll ask certain questions to each individual as what the interview will go through, as I'll also tell this to the audience so they know, like, oh, okay. So, on top of also getting into cosplay, how long ago was it that you actually knew and got into cosplay?
So how I got into cosplay was basically my first convention. And the first convention I ever went to was during my high school years. I think that was like 2012 or 2013. It's kind of fuzzy. My first convention was NicoCon, which was in Virginia. My high school friend pretty much just was like, just come with us since you're into anime. And I was like, okay, sure. And then that's when I was like, there's people that dress up for this? Oh my god!
There we go.
It was a local con. So as soon as like the first day was over, like day 0 or Friday, I can't remember.
Thursday,
if it was
Friday,
or Thursday.
Saturday.
Yeah, it was one of the first days. I don't know if it was Thursday or Friday, but anyways, the next day, after we were done with the convention, I pretty much was like, I gotta get some stuff for the next day. And my first cosplay was Dr. Stein from Soul Eater, because I love him.
Yo!
I was super for him.
Yo, no, Dr. Stein, gotta say, he's probably one of my favorite characters from Soul Eater, and I've met the actual voice actor too to him, Chuck Huber. Oh, he's funny. He's so funny, I will admit that. But what else were you doing there?
Yeah, but that's pretty much it. I pretty much got into a little bit into cosplay from there.
Nice, very nice. And then as to your experiences of different conventions or events that you've cosplayed at or just went in general, what were some of your most favorite memories or experiences that you got to experience on your own with friends, family?
Definitely the best thing about going to a convention is meeting friends, but definitely one of my best experience was going to my first rave at NicoCon. It was fun. I loved it. There was a bunch of people. There was a Pac-Man cosplayer, and he was chasing after me. And then there was you know that gorilla from I don't know what it's called.
DBZ.
Yeah.
So the Azuru.
Somebody was cosplaying as him, and he started a conga line during the rave, and it was just good vibes. It was so much fun.
That's actually really awesome. I'm just like, So we got Pac-Man in the back chasing me, knowing that there's an Azuru doing the conga. Let's go.
Yeah. It was
are
so much fun, and I was with all my high school friends, and I think I had like a couple other friends that were from a different high school. Like I had them I dragged them along with me, and it was fun. It was fun. I loved it.
Are you still actually acquaintance? Are you still?
No, some of them are pretty much adulting now, so they pretty much gave up that life, the con life. But some of them, I still meet at Katsucon. Or some of them I meet like yearly at Katsucon. So.
Honestly, everybody's telling me to go to Katsucon. From your experience with Katsucon, how many times? And could you give me some actual examples of what Katsucon makes it Katsucon?
It's just you meet people from all over the states. Everybody literally flies out. Everybody literally flies out from just to go to Katsucon. It's just very good vibes. I love it, and
that's awesome.
You get to see some really, really heavy, detailed cosplayers.
I've been hearing that here lately, even with some of the bigger cons as well, being like Dragon Con, like how Ahmed I interviewed in the last one. He told me Dragon Con was like definitely different, and cosplay levels were like at a high
Yeah, you
detail
get to see
level.
people, especially on Saturdays. Like in general, people always dress the best on Saturdays
Oh,
because
yeah.
that's like the main day. But yeah, Katsucon had like a bunch of people that made their own armor and like swords and big swords and I'm so I'm so mesmerized by how they do like just wear I can't describe it. I just love it.
It's
Creativity.
I would say the best way to explain it is just immeasurably in awe.
Yes, I am in awe. Everybody. So like I'm with my people. I see all these creatives and I love it.
Honestly, and that you're the first person I think that has actually said like I'm around all these creators. I'm like normally we're just saying cosplayers, but now actually saying creators. I'm like, yeah, actually that is another good way of putting it. And it's a really cool thing, and I would say as a prop maker or something I've done in the past, it's always cool where you see other people's works, creations, and it's just like when you already know how to do certain things, I'm like, ooh, I got some ideas.
Yeah. What do you call it? There was there was an artist that said the best artists are thieves.
You know?
Yeah.
I can't really argue with that in the cosplay community because most people will just be cosplaying a character where, say, I see other people besides myself where we'll try and do our own thing. Not something that's like, oh, this is a Peach variant. This is a Homestuck variant. This is a Sonic the Hedgehog thing. Or, such and such. Or, like, this is my OC from this video game or anime. I love seeing the people who go above and beyond it and make their own original creations.
Yeah. What? Later, baby. Sorry.
Oh, it's
Sorry.
all good. Oh, and folks, if you're wondering what she's doing, she's adulting. She's got kids. She's got responsibilities. She already pre-warned me. I was like, it's all good. Don't worry. If people have an issue, get off my channel.
I'm trying. They just woke up, so.
Oh, it's all good. So, as to how COVID affected the time of 2018 to now, what was your life experience with cosplay at that point?
Actually, COVID was, it was like really bad, but that's when I actually became most creative, or that's when I came back to becoming, going back into cosplay because I'm a mom. I did take a break from cosplaying and doing anything creative, well, except for photography because that's my job.
Yeah.
But yeah, when COVID hit, it definitely brought back some creativity. And then I started doing TikTok, and then that's when I really got into it.
I think a lot of us could agree. We all got on TikTok.
Yeah.
It was one of the most perfect platforms for people of cosplay and ADHD or ADD to be on.
Yeah. Most of my TikToks are pretty much memes. It's mostly memes and funny videos and skits.
So, with the photography part of your job, do you incorporate that into your cosplay field of work, or you just like do both all the time?
Both. I do actual family boudoir, all that stuff, and then I also apply that to my cosplay as well. But I also try to give other creatives a chance to take photos of me, and I'm trying to look people up.
And try and like help everybody out here and there.
Yeah.
Essentially, we don't want somebody to be like excommunicated from a field, like you gotta work. No, we don't do that anymore. We're all like, no, come here. I'll show you how to do this.
I love duetting. I love duetting also on TikTok.
And that's awesome too, because say 10 years ago, nobody would be like trying to co-work with somebody. Yeah. It would always be I had to do this on my own. And through COVID, I see a lot of that changed due to COVID. From what I've seen, what people are telling me now from all the different interviews at this point, it's incredible to actually see a lot of things. And to where you're gonna think about taking your skills further and beyond, what would you say you have planned for future projects and or conventions?
Pretty much I did used to make like swords, simple swords.
Ooh.
But really do want to save up and try and make like armor and pretty much get into like the heavy stuff.
So
the heavy stuff. Because right now I'm pretty much intermediate when it comes to it. I just do simple alterations with like the stuff I buy and like whatever accessories I can make. But when it comes to big stuff, I can't really do it yet, just because of time and all that. But I'm definitely gonna get time. I'm more into doing that.
But yet, you're saying yet, so there is a chance for you to still be able to do it, though.
Yeah.
So that's the best thing. Not yet. No, it's just I'm not there yet. It's let me think about it. I don't know. I always love hearing yet, but that's not giving up. And I'm always loving the fact that people keep pushing towards those goals. Now, as to family life, has it helped you in any way towards your photography and your cosplay and anything else that you can think of outside of work hobby as to being able to go further beyond what you expected to do in any of your projects?
Honestly, my husband is the biggest supporter. He's definitely the one he's the one that bought my first camera and got me into my hobby of photography, and then became passionate about it. And then he's the one that pretty much helped me purchase my first cosplay or like my first like actual like big expensive cosplay.
That's extremely wholesome. That is awesome.
He's very supportive. And then my kids are pretty supportive too, and they're honest. My daughter's trying to copy me.
Yo, that might be something to look into. Who knows? It could start with Halloween. But
yeah, it did start with Halloween. She definitely likes to dress up. She loves dressing up. She loves it when I buy her fairy outfits and like witches, and I just love it. I just love how there's some aspects where I don't want her to be like me, but flaws. Like everybody has flaws.
That is true, but as we set examples, it's more, I would say, we're trying to talk to kids like an adult so they can further understand better or comprehend things a little bit easier when they're growing up, and like, hey, let's go with this, or hey, go with that. Be you, but if you want to be me, don't do this type situation.
Yeah, pretty much. Explained it better than I did.
So now with some of the actual photos that you sent me, we're going to go ahead and move to that subject here. Oh gosh, OBS, get off the screen. Rah, 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 wash, 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 wash. And all the cosplays here are of you?
Yeah. Oh, the ones of me is yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead. I assume the first picture here in the album, is this is the woman from the Witcher Netflix series?
Yes. Yeah, well, yes, and she's also from a game. She's also from a game.
Witcher?
Yeah, Witcher.
Yeah.
Witcher.
and don't forget the book. I can't recall her name. It's like, I know.
Yennefer?
What is it?
Yennefer.
That's why it's like, this is not a normal name. And I always think it's Jennifer. No, it's Yennefer. But no, honestly, seeing this cosplay, I don't usually judge anybody's cosplay. I love seeing everybody's cosplay, but I see the work that's gone into this. Without even needing to know anything, it's really well done. The photography skill is really up there. Everything that had brought what I see, it's really well done. This is a really well done cosplay and photo shoot of this. So could you give more examples as to what was made, what got you to actually want to do Yennefer from Witcher?
Her character, she's such a strong character. I love she's definitely the type of woman that I want to be. Strong, independent. You don't need you don't need someone. You don't have fun. to go. What,
It's more of the strong character identification that you want to.
She's someone I want to be because I do ask for a lot of help a lot of the times, and I want to be more like her because she's very independent.
We all get there at one point in life.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm 30 and I'm finally getting there too. I just think all of us 90s kids, we either grew up too quick or we're just now getting there. It's time to adult, guys. But yes, with Yennefer as an example for that type of character from all the different series, she's a very strong character. Just a strong individual, even learning where she came from. Scary, actually, and I feel so bad for her, but she's like, I don't care. I can do whatever I want.
Yeah, she's still learning how to be like, she's still learning how to be
Human.
a human.
Well, technically, she's half elf, half human.
But I'm just saying she's still growing as a person.
Yes, and honestly, I don't think it is just one of those things. Would you say that the older we get, the best things that we can actually take advice from are from the much older generations at this point?
It depends. Yeah.
Depends?
Our world, it depends, because some of these boomers.
Oh, no! Y'all, okay, we could take some advice. We'll just say some advice, but we gotta set walking stones. We gotta lay the pavement for the newer generation at this point, because it's like, I can somewhat agree, but at the same time, I'm like, no. No, it's, would you say the best thing for you is, in your predicament in life of where you're at, depends on how you think and you try your best to believe in what it is that you're setting examples for the newer generation? Yeah. Look, back to the photos. In-depth conversation. So we got Deku, or Midoriya, from My Hero Academia, or Academy, as in English. I don't know why they gotta change it, but hey. So I assume, because of nothing I'm gonna assume, why did you choose Deku to cosplay?
He's like me, a crybaby.
Let's go! Now, I'm noticing the boots, though. Is it duct tape, or are those, like, special?
I don't even remember. Oh, no. So I bought that from Make Costumes.
Okay.
I bought that from
a local store, or is that an online type store?
On store.
And how do you spell it out?
MICC Costumes.
Okay, so if anybody wants to know where to get those nice leg guard looking boot attachments, go to that website there. So, on top of with the mask, the eyeglasses around your neck, could you tell more about how everything is? Because I'm just like looking at that and I'm like, what is that?
Oh, the whole cosplay is from my costume, so I don't really have much to say about that. It's all from the website. You buy the whole thing.
All right. Is it his mask that's around the neck, or what?
Yeah, his around the neck.
Okay. I was curious because like it looked like Cinderella's slipper for a second around your neck. I was just like, what is this? I mean, it looks fancy and bedazzled, but like, is this his mask? And I'm like, okay, now I see it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And then his gloves are like, I think I remember it's from season 2, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. His gloves are to help him
not overdo it.
Not break his bones. I can't remember, but it does something with his powers so he doesn't break his bones.
I'm just like, hey guys, you want to see some really good Under Armour? Look at Deku's outfit. Compression! So, with the next one, it's Zenetsu from Demon Slayer. Now, is this at the time when it first came out, or was this when you got into reading manga, or how did you get to know about Zenetsu?
My husband and I literally watched the first episode as soon as it dropped on Crunchyroll. Yeah, so.
Now, are you excited with more of... are you caught up with the anime?
Yes, pretty much, yeah.
So, how excited are we for season 3 and 4?
I'm more anxious than excited. I just want to know more.
Well, you could read the manga.
I know.
And like, I'm like looking at my stuff over here. I'm like, I could be reading mine too.
I could be. I mean, like, I do have the books, but I'm refraining from it that way because my husband doesn't want to read the manga. So I'm like, okay.
That's him. But you.
Yeah, him. He's holding me back.
Oh no! Hubby over there, be careful.
Yeah, except for Jujutsu Kaisen. I actually was like, no, forget it. I'm gonna read it.
And at that point, it's just like, at the middle of after midnight, 3 a.m., I get on the computer and use Internet Explorer sometimes. It's like that kind of dirty secret. I'm reading manga behind the hubby's back because he don't want to read it, but I want to know.
Pretty much.
So, is it more of a Zenetsu, one of your favorite characters from Demon Slayer, or?
Yes, he is, and I love his switch whenever but he's like me, he's a crybaby.
I'm starting to see a trend, except Yennefer. That's a whole 180 right there.
Before she became beautiful, before she transformed into her her beautiful self, she was crybaby.
Well,
yeah, she was a weakling. She wasn't a weakling. She just was in a very abusive household. She just didn't have, she just didn't have a say.
She had more toxicity even in the village that was around her that just looked at her and like she was a pig. Straight up, people that are watching this in the show, they called her a pig at the very beginning. It's so sad. It's so sad.
Yeah. Teacher called her little piglet.
Oh no, my gosh. The feels. So, following up with the blue makeup character, is this Deltarune?
Wait, what was that again? Sorry.
Is the one black hair, blue skin, is this Mystique or is this Deltarune? Cosplay.
Sorry, I have to look at it. Sorry.
It's all good. It's like, you guys send me this, and I'm just like, I'm going, your blue skin, black gloves, white shirt, black overcoat, black wig, brown eyes, black lipstick, or blue?
I don't remember what I sent. I have like so many photos. I took so many pictures, so I'm kind of just like, oh, let me make sure. It's still me. I thought it was another person. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's from I thought we were talking about my photography for some reason. Oh no. So the blue hair. So this is from a webtoon series called Lore Olympus.
I know it.
Yeah.
Okay. For people that don't know Lore of Olympus, I'm not going to say anything. Would you explain what Lore of Olympus is to the audience?
Basically, Lore Olympus is about Greek gods. Rachel made like her own version, her own very watered down version, cheesy story about how Hades and Persephone became to be.
Oh, I wish that was the case in the Lore of Olympus series, but that's not how it happened.
That's not the actual story.
But it's so
wholesome.
It's so wholesome. Oh my gosh. But yes, no, I was just like, I don't see a lot of webtoon cosplayers, honestly, and it's rare, but when you do see it... What's up?
Tablet? No, Daddy has a tablet. Do you want a donut? Go get it in the fridge. Sorry, I'm just like...
It's all good.
Having...
So, going on to the character that you cosplayed from the Lore of Olympus, who is the character you're cosplaying?
Her. Hi. Oh, hi. Sorry. So, the goddess that I'm cosplaying as is Hecate. She basically is the goddess of witchcraft, and she helps children along the way as well who are lost. But she also has a very chaotic energy, and I love it. She's so funny in Lore Olympus.
It's just like, oh, honey, I could end you, but I'm not.
You know, she's definitely one of my favorite characters.
Exactly.
And then going on to the next cosplay you've got here. Blonde hair, purple overveil, with a black flowery corset, a Renaissance fair looking cosplay. I have no idea what this character is.
Oh, so that's Ala. What's her Instagram? Sorry. I like. Ali Des. Her name is Ali, and she cosplayed as Aurora, Princess Aurora from Disney.
Okay, I now know. I'm just like, oh! Why don't I remember that? So this was someone else with your photography skills here. Cosplay-wise, it's good, actually. It's very good.
She used to work for Disney, actually. That's why she's very
Talented
she's
in
very
that.
into her characters.
I can see that.
Yeah.
It's honestly, with the photography skills too, I see that it has more of the center focus of the character, and it comes more about in a blur, so that way main focus is right here as the whole.
Portrait style.
It's very well done, honestly. Cosplay, photography skills, awesome. You can tell even details of the embroidery of the cosplay with the equipment that you're using, that you can just see all the little parts of the embroidery. I'm like, that's really detailed. I like it. And then with the did she tell you anything about how she did her cosplay? Just found clothes?
Actually, she didn't really say much. She pretty much just said that her friend made it for her, or helped her make it.
Very cool, very cool. And then going on to the next cosplay, the Sailor Moon cosplay. That one I can tell you straight up, I know.
Yes.
So is this you or is this another person?
It's another person. It's I took photos of her at Katsucon actually just recently.
Ooh.
Yeah, she is cosplaying. She's doing like her own thing, Sailor Bunny cosplay.
That's a Sailor Bunny cosplay?
Yeah. I don't know. It's like Bunny Senpai and Sailor. Mix.
Okay. I'm not saying anything bad about it. It's just like, wait, what? Okay. It's still good. It's just okay. No, it's nobody take that out of context. I'm just like, no, it's actually really well done cosplay. That's not so much you actually see as well. The variant itself, I can see where like the little things for the bunny could make sense with the hairpins. And then her makeup as well, it's good. I like it. The photography skills, though, I do like.
Thank you.
I do like. Now, with your photography skills, do you try to edit anything? Very minor, major, blemishes?
It just depends. If the cosplayer, as horrible as it sounds, if the cosplayer has really good cosplay, I will go all out with how I edit. But if they're not really like trying, then I'll pretty much just enhance the photo.
Okay, so essentially it's just like, hey, but having the conversations with some people, be like, hey, do you want me to work on this for you? Your cosplay and everything is good, but just out of curiosity, I gotta get consent for this stuff, you know, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, as what a lot of photographers have to go over with any, you know, photos they have to do, as I've had to do in the past too. Henceforth, I know the feel. So, next one up here, a lot of red, a lot of flowers, a lot of questions I have. Pink hair, full flowery type dress, red nails. I'm just like,
It's from the animated movie called Belle. It's a really cheesy movie.
Why am I not remembering this? And I just saw Belle recently. I'm just like, what is this? I'm like, it's a Beauty and the Beast anime, essentially. Just modern times. But did the person make this cosplay themselves?
Yeah, she did. She did make the cosplay. All that. She pretty much made everything.
It's good.
She's freaking talented. I forgot her username. His. Sorry, I gotta. Hale the Animator.
Okay. I noticed all the crystals that she's got hanging from her mask too, and I'm just thinking, how strong is that mask?
Very strong.
Like, that's gotta be like...
Probably also very heavy.
Yeah, because that's not just like, even if they're fake like crystals, that's still quite a bit of weight, and I'm just like more amazed as to how this was made, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is good. So, with this was at Katsucon?
Yeah.
Okay, very cool. See, I'm noticing a lot of people go all out for Katsucon. Like,
yes.
They really do.
Buddy from different states, and some people from out of the country also. Some people fly out just for Katsucon.
That's crazy. And then the next one here with the red hair, yellow eyes, black clothing, is this Chainsaw Man?
Yeah. I actually haven't watched it, so don't.
It's not even out. It's not out. It's only in manga right now. Yeah. Oh, you see the Chainsaw Man person in the very first volume, like full on. I'm like, oh, hi! Don't rip me a new one. I like you. But this, even
since I saw people cosplaying them, especially at Katsu, I saw so many chainsaw heads.
The anime's coming out this year. That's why everybody's getting like soup. This is one of the most intimidating. The female from the actual anime, I don't know her name. I don't know the character's name. But this is probably one of the most intimidating ones I've seen. Contacts, everything. I'm just like this. You're scary. I want to be your friend. I'm the person that goes out looking for the scary people. Purposely. Not because I'm like, I have a friend that's going to scare other people. No, it's like, they always have a good story I want to hear about, like, who they are. And some of those people are, like, my best friends. They're scary. But honestly, the chain, everything too, photography skills, what you did here, you made this cosplay come more to life, where I'm just like, oh, you're terrifying. I like it. And then in the background, you just have some other people, but even blurring them out, like, this is still really well done. Photography skills are up there.
Thank you.
And then next one is Kaia from Genshin Impact. At least I know that one. I see a lot.
She's my friend, so Constanza cosplay. So
nice. Yeah. And did she make the outfit?
I think so. Yeah, actually, yeah, she did. She
did a good job.
Yeah.
She did a fantastic job. Did the gloves, did everything, embroidery. It's so interesting. When I know certain fabrics, like how thin it is, it's like, how did you have a fabric printer for patterns to make this? And some people have that money, but like to see this, I'm like, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. What are you doing?
And then you got, it's all good. The next one I have up is the female Joker.
Oh, yeah.
Are those real tattoos?
Yeah, she did the whole thing herself. And I think she got temporary tattoos for her
for a hand?
And for her the mouth on her hand, as well as like the rest of her.
All right, for everything essentially.
Yeah. Just to create that look, the Joker look.
It's crazy to see template tattoos, temporary ones. I know there's a certain word for it, but I can't remember it. But that just seeing those type of tattoos, even temporary, those are really well detailed. Cosplay overall, good. Just the tattoos are bringing the cosplay more to life, and it's scary. And I like that. Now with this up here, was that a tattoo or was that a piercing?
It's a tattoo also. I think it's a J, like a really tiny J.
Okay, just making sure. I was like, what is that? And I'm like, is it gems or is that a tattoo?
I thought it was until like I zoomed in and I was like, oh, it's actually a tattoo. Okay.
It's very convincing for something else. I'm like, wow. I can tell she definitely was like, for this look, this is what I want to look. And I'm like, you got it, girl. And then with all the photos that you sent me, everything really well done. Everybody, I always say, even me, always improvements can be made. Are you going to be investing into a certain, like, light to actually have with you for some of these photos, or?
I actually did have light. I just didn't use it because it was really windy that day. And we weren't allowed to have, light stands, and I didn't bring my flash.
Oh.
Yeah, we weren't. Inside the con, you're not allowed to have like tripods, light stands, or anything. I don't know why. So I wasn't able to use my lights at all, except for if we went outside, but only if we had time.
Ah, gotcha. So
my shoot.
That's
20
weird.
minutes.
I was gonna say that's really, really weird for a convention saying you can't have this stuff. Well, let me hold it up here then.
Yeah, I had so I was able to use my light equipment if they had friends.
Okay, pretty dope, honestly. Still,
the lighting.
I see Katsucon is a definite I need to go to type convention.
You should. I definitely highly recommend.
Once I get a car, let's put it that way. It was weird. Katsucon actually invited me to their page, and they're saying, well, if you want to get your panels up for these cosplayer interview stuff, totally do it. I'm like, as soon as I have a car. Just straight up. I'm just like, okay.
Would you rather just like road trip there, or rather than fly out?
Well, it's the idea that I like to have my own vehicle. I live in Illinois, so Katsucon is like where it's like if I take a plane out that way, I can get off at the airport and go right there because the hotel is literally right there for an Uber drive. But most people even say like, if you can drive, and I'm like, no. But at the same time, it's like all of my good friends like Ori, Zane, a lot of big cosplayers over there, they're just like, yeah, you need to come and visit. I'm like,
you should. I definitely highly recommend. You'll have so much fun. They have so much activities to do there. And they did really well with the COVID mandate also, making sure that everybody put on their mask. We actually one of the clients I was working with, I told her to take off her mask just temporarily so we could get some shots. And as soon as like 5 minutes into the shoot, without her mask, a staff came in and was like, "You have to put your mask on." They're pretty good. Yeah, so they're pretty
good. Was it inside or outside?
It was an inside. They didn't really care too much if it was outside.
Okay.
But if you took off your mask inside, they're pretty strict about it.
Okay, so that's at least good to know, honestly, because staffing at other anime conventions, myself, you could take the mask off real quick if it was for a quick photo, but we would always encourage, hey, go outside.
Yeah.
Because there'd be some staff members or staff security. Headaches left and right. Let's put it that way. It's like much complaints. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
So, with social medias and other stuff that you do, what can people look you up, follow you? And you
You
have a photography business, so if you want to talk about that as well.
My photography is my Instagram is Click It's Ange or Click It's Ang. I don't really have a website yet. I'm still like building on it since I want to get more photos.
Yeah.
And my cosplay account is Give Me Bubba for TikTok, and then Give Me Bubba _ for Instagram.
So, Bubba or Boba?
Boba.
Boba. I was like, Bubba?
Boba.
Wasn't it Boba? Okay, so to follow you on TikTok, Instagram, it's Give Me Boba.
Yeah, Give Me Boba.
Okay, there we go. So everybody, please go ahead. I'll make sure to get the links in the description after this is done and it's uploaded on YouTube. Make sure to get all that stuff followed up, shared, like. And honestly, it was an extreme pleasure for you to come on here. I know that with your work, we had to do some rescheduling, but like, still, it's like, I'm very happy to see that you're able to come on.
Thank you, and thank you guys for having patience with the kids, those that still stayed.
So I was thinking, oh no, they're gonna be more of an issue as you were telling me. I'm like, no, they're pretty tame actually. I've seen
Really?
a lot
Okay,
worse.
that's good to hear. To me, it's like, no, they came in the picture.
Oh no, the little mini-me's.
Yeah.
So alright everybody, other than that, please go ahead, check out Boba Cosplays, links in the description to Instagram, TikTok, and especially follow up on the photography and other conventions that they could actually try and find you at in the future as you're going to.
Oh, yeah. I think I'm pretty much. I have Fanime in mind as well as Anime Expo. So.
That's another one.
And I'm always going to. I always go to Katsucon yearly, except for when COVID happened. So.
Next year it'll be a little bit better, and I'm not just saying that. It's just, I think people will finally like calm down.
Yeah.
So on that, thank you again, and everybody, thank you for coming on here, watching the interview, cosplay interview, all that fun stuff. And other than that, anything else that you want to give out shout outs to?
No, not at the moment.
The hubby who got you into it. Give him a shout out. Alright guys, we'll see y'all later. Until next time, keep it real, be honest, be kind, and a cookie. Aw, yeah.